being two of the best and most valuable players of the current soccer generation, who play for two of the biggest clubs in the world. Kylian Mbappé and Erling Haaland are two young entrepreneurs who know how to take advantage of business opportunities to make money. In addition, they are also known for their extravagant lifestyles, as they live in large estates and drive beautiful cars wherever they go. But have you ever wondered which of these players has the most luxurious life? In today's video, you'll see a close battle between Erling Haaland and Kylian Mbappé. When it comes to choosing a good place to live, the two stars invest large sums of money. But who has the most valuable mansion? Starting with Erling Haaland. One of the destinations where the player spends more time is in the city of Marbella, in southern Spain, where he has a sophisticated house, where he usually spends Christmas with his family. As the player loves to go there during his holidays to enjoy the beaches, some sources claim that he has acquired a second property in the region. It is a mansion located in one of the most exclusive areas of Marbella, known as the Golden Mile, and is configured as a modern villa of 3 floors, full of charming environments. The mansion has around 10,200 square feet of floor space, and upon entering the property, there is a sleek spiral staircase of contemporary design, where the player has shared photos wearing famous designer clothes. The living room lies ahead and is mainly distinguished by views of the garden that bring a pleasant feeling to the room, as well as having a TV and a fireplace. The dining room has a different decor and features a fine wood table, while the open-concept kitchen has a countertop with seating for casual dining. In total, the mansion has 4 cozy bedrooms, which are highlighted by glass walls that offer unique views of the sunny region. There are also 7 bathrooms, which have luxurious features to meet the requirements of the player and his family, and great balconies to enjoy the stunning coastal views. The property's amenities don't end there, as there is also a sauna, a walk-in wardrobe in the master suite, a well-equipped gym, a clean design laundry room, and a 4-car garage. As for the exterior, the mansion is situated on a 22,500 square foot plot, which features manicured lawns and a leisure area with a pool to enjoy at any time of the day. There is also a living space with a television and cozy seating for relaxation, where there is also an outdoor dining area. You could say that this mansion offers everything Erling Haaland needs, and one of its best features is the glass-filled rooms, which are flooded with natural light from the region. And as reported by the media, Erling Haaland paid 6.5 million euros for this mansion. Mbappé is not far behind. There is currently speculation that the player has bought another property located in Neuilly-sur-Seine, a super exclusive neighborhood frequented by many other celebrities. On social media, Mbappé has already shared some photos of his home with the public. According to what has been shown, it is possible to see that the decor of the house is based on neutral tones and creams with classic wood finishes that appear to be very luxurious. It is believed that there is even a swimming pool in the property for the player to relax in. And according to media reports, the young striker has invested almost $10 million to acquire this property. And because he owns a more expensive mansion, Mbappé wins this round. Points for him. When it comes to traveling to different destinations around the world, both players use modern aircraft. But who has the best jet? Mbappé, for example, when he signed his contract with PSG, the player demanded to have a private jet to use whenever he wanted, something that, despite being denied, hasn't stopped him from hiring super-modern aircraft on his own. Among the aircraft used by the player, for example, is a Bombardier Challenger 350, one of the most used corporate jets in the world. The interior of the aircraft is very elegant and comfortable, ideal for the needs of the French star. And to enjoy all this luxury, you may have to shell out around $7,000 for just 1 hour's flight. Erling Haaland, on the other hand, has a habit of chartering private jets. It is speculated that he has used, for example, a Bombardier Challenger 605 from VistaJet, a modern aircraft with a capacity to accommodate up to 12 passengers, whose maximum range is 4,000 nautical miles. And to rent this aircraft, the average hourly rate is $5,500. Erling Haaland has also been seen getting off another private jet, the Bombardier Challenger 850 model. As the brand's largest midsize executive jet, the plane can comfortably seat 19 passengers, depending on its configuration. Being able to travel from Europe to Asia, the aircraft is a great option for those looking for a lot of space in a sophisticated flight. And the jet in which Erling Haaland traveled also belongs to the company VistaJet. It was built in 2008 and has many modern features for a better quality of travel. And the average price to rent this jet is around $11,000 for each hour of flight. But Haaland's spending on business aircraft does not stop there, as it is speculated that he bought a Piper M600. This long-range single-engine aircraft has a modern interior and can comfortably carry up to 6 people. The aircraft has a range of approximately 1,650 nautical miles, and depending on the conditions you are in, it is possible to purchase such a jet for around $3 million. Since Erling Haaland has his own plane, he wins this round. Both soccer stars are fascinated by beautiful cars, but which one spends the most money on vehicles? Mbappé, for example, has been seen with a Volkswagen Tiguan, an SUV with a modern design, the price of the newest and most complete models of which can cost up to $40,000. Mbappé has also been clicked getting out of a Volkswagen Golf GTI, a car with a robust engine and precise handling, which has a spacious design to comfortably seat 5 passengers. And that must be why, in its most recent versions, this car costs up to $40,000. The player has also posted photos in a Volkswagen ID.4 Cross, a 100% electric vehicle with a futuristic design. The car is equipped with a battery that gives it a range of more than 310 miles and can cost up to $50,000. Of the same model, Mbappé has also been spotted a few times with a Volkswagen ID.5, an SUV with state-of-the-art features costing $57,000, as well as a Volkswagen ID.7, an electric sedan with a range of up to 385 miles, which can be purchased for more than $60,000. He has also posted a photo of himself getting out of an Audi that appeared to be the A6 Avant model, a vehicle with a station wagon design, the latest models of which cost around $60,000. Going up in price, he was seen in a Mercedes that appeared to be the GLE model, a luxury SUV capable of offering a lot of comfort and safety. And to give you an idea of the price of this car, there are newer models that cost around $80,000. Going up a little in price, the player has a Volkswagen Multivan, an ideal vehicle for when he wants to get around with more space and comfort, with an estimated price of around $85,000. Mbappé also has a Cadillac Escalade, a huge car capable of offering great comfort and safety for all its passengers. And to give you an idea of the price, depending on the model, it can cost around $90,000. Even more expensive, Mbappé has already been seen in a Volkswagen Touareg, another SUV from the German brand that is even more robust and spacious. It's no wonder that to own one of these, you may have to invest more than $110,000 in the latest models. Another super comfortable vehicle that the Frenchman owns is a Mercedes-Benz V-Class, a huge car capable of offering plenty of space and ergonomics for all its passengers. And to enjoy this car, you may need to invest up to $150,000. And although Kylian Mbappé doesn't have a license, several sources speculate that he owns a Ferrari SF90 Stradale, one of the fastest cars made by Ferrari. The vehicle is equipped with a Super V8 engine, capable of accelerating from 0 to 62 miles per hour in just 2.5 seconds, reaching a top speed of an unbelievable 211 miles per hour. And perhaps that's why a new one can fetch over $600,000. Haaland, on the other hand, was seen getting out of a Hyundai Starex, a vehicle with a very spacious cabin to carry several passengers, which costs around $38,000. Haaland is speculated to have a Range Rover Sport, a high-speed vehicle capable of traveling long distances. And in its most recent model, that car costs over $100,000. The striker has also been spotted driving a Mercedes-AMG GLE 63S Coupe, a high-performance luxury SUV equipped with a V8 bi-turbo engine capable of producing over 600 horsepower. And to get a sense of the price, this vehicle costs around $117,000. Another car that Erling Haaland likes to drive daily is his red Audi RS6 Avant, a car with a sporty design, which can accelerate from 0 to 60 miles in about 3.5 seconds, besides reaching a top speed of up to 190 miles per hour. And it's no wonder that a car like this can be found for as much as $123,000. It is speculated that the player also had in his garage a Bentley Bentayga, a super sophisticated SUV, capable of offering a lot of refinement and comfort for all passengers. And maybe that's why Erling Haaland's supposed car was valued at $166,000. Another of the most impressive vehicles that the attacker drives is a Rolls-Royce Cullinan. This is a super luxurious SUV from the famous luxury car brand Rolls-Royce. The interior of the vehicle is very sophisticated, offering plenty of space for the comfort of its passengers. And to enjoy all this luxury, it is estimated that this vehicle can exceed the bagatelle of $350,000. Raising the price even higher, Erling Haaland has also been spotted with a Ferrari SF90 Stradale, one of the fastest cars made by Ferrari. The vehicle is equipped with a Super V8 engine, capable of accelerating from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 2.5 seconds, managing to reach a top speed of an unbelievable 211 miles per hour. And perhaps that is why a new model can reach over $600,000. The most expensive car Erling Haaland has been seen with is a Bugatti Chiron, a super sports car considered one of the fastest in the world, capable of going from 0 to 60 miles in just 2.5 seconds. And to have a luxury like that, you have to invest around $3 million. And because he's been seen in more luxurious cars, Haaland wins this round. Point for him. In this round, we'll find out which of the two athletes has the most lucrative sources of income, Erling Haaland or Kylian Mbappé. Haaland has, for example, investments in a number of companies, with his first deal being made in 2021 when he became a shareholder in sports technology company Hyperice. Another company he has involvement with is Viaplay, with whom he has a long-term multi-market partnership to produce exclusive content, such as the documentary Haaland: The Big Decision. But Erling Haaland's biggest source of income outside of football undoubtedly comes from advertising deals and sponsorships. This is because the striker has become a world football star in recent years, attracting a great deal of media attention, which has leveraged his commercial partners. Currently, the player has millions of followers on his social networks, counting 5 million followers on Twitter and over 32 million on Instagram, where he takes the opportunity to partner with several companies. To get an idea of the figures, it is estimated that Haaland receives about £1 million with Swiss watchmaker Breitling, £2 million from Samsung's Norwegian subsidiary, £2 million with luxury goods brand Dolce & Gabbana, and up to £23 million with sports giant Nike. And with so many expanding sources of income, we can tell that Erling Haaland is also managing to rake in hefty sums off the pitch. Kylian Mbappé, on the other hand, because he is considered to be one of the best players in the world and one of the most promising of the new generation of footballers, the youngster has become something of a celebrity, known all over the world. On social media, for example, he is one of the most followed footballers in the world. On Facebook alone, he has 17 million followers, but it's on Instagram that Mbappé really stands out, with more than 113 million people following him on a daily basis. A number so high that it makes him the most famous person in France, ahead of other great players from his country, such as Karim Benzema, Antoine Griezmann, Paul Pogba, and Zidane. And of course, because he's so famous, Mbappé is able to earn a lot of money by associating with and promoting various companies. Among the brands for which the striker has already advertised are Oakley, Christian Dior, PlayStation 5, Hugo Boss, among many others. Just as an ambassador for Swiss luxury watchmaker Hublot, for example, it is estimated that Mbappé earns around $1.5 million a year. As for being sponsored by the sports products company Nike, some sources say that his contract is around $5 million a year. It's estimated that all his sponsorships add up to between $15 and $20 million a year. Not bad, is it? In addition to the money he earns from advertising deals, the French star has already published a comic book for children called Je m'appelle Kylian and founded Zebra Valley, his sports content production company, which has a partnership with the NBA. And because we don't know the turnover of each business, we'll consider this round a draw. Points for both. As two of the best players in the world today, it's a fact that they've made a lot of money from soccer. But which of them has the highest accumulated net worth? While playing for Borussia Dortmund, for example, Erling Haaland was paid £132,000 a week, which is more than £6.8 million a year, almost $9 million. After his move to Manchester City, Erling Haaland's salary increased exponentially as he became one of the most coveted players in the world. It is estimated that his base weekly salary is £375,000, and while that is an impressive figure, it is a far cry from how much he is actually earning. According to some sources, he is the highest paid player at the club because, besides his base salary, Haaland receives other bonuses, which make him make around £865,000 a week, which is £45 million a year. Adding to his other sources of income, his income is even more impressive. And although nobody knows for sure how much Erling Haaland's fortune is worth, some sources estimate that the star's net worth is currently $40 million. But as we know, the player still has a long career ahead of him, and his fortune is expected to increase considerably in the coming years. Mbappé, for his part, to give you an idea of his earnings, when he was around 17 years old and playing for Monaco, for example, it is estimated that he had a salary of around $1.1 million a year. Although this is an excellent salary for a player as young as him, it's a far cry from the amount he currently receives. Following his move to Paris Saint-Germain, Kylian Mbappe's salary has multiplied dozens of times over to today reach a level that puts him on the list of the highest paid players in the world. According to some sources, the striker received a salary, plus performance bonuses, of almost $28 million per season. In 2022, he signed a contract extension with the club, which brings his salary up to $53 million a year before tax. And although that figure is impressive, all the indications are that Mbappé won't be staying at Paris Saint-Germain, preferring to reduce his earnings per season in order to have the chance to play for other big clubs. According to some rumors, the Frenchman is expected to sign a 5-year contract with Real Madrid, where he will earn between $16 and $21 million per season, a figure that, although lower than PSG's, could increase considerably thanks to bonuses. To give you an idea, it's believed that Mbappé will pocket a sum over $160 million for image rights, which will be paid in annual installments. In other words, his annual salary could be more than $53 million. And it looks like this huge income will only increase. That's because according to football experts, Kylian Mbappé is at the top of the ranking of the world's most valuable players, estimated to be worth around €180 million. When you consider Mbappé's other sources of income, his annual earnings are much higher. And although nobody knows exactly what his fortune is, some sources estimate that he has already accumulated a net worth of around $180 million. And because he has a higher estimated fortune, Kylian Mbappé wins this final round. Point for him. At the end of this fight, we have 3 points for Erling Haaland against 3 points for Kylian Mbappé, making it a draw. But if you think there are still other arguments to defend one of the two, write your best justification below. Hey, you like the video? So don't forget about leave your like and comment, and tell some suggestions of another videos, and hopefully we gonna do it. All about channel, deals to satisfy your curiosity.